welcome back guys to another episode with Feb. Not sure what episode this is once again, but man, this place is looking good. Like, the terraforming really brings this place to life. I think the only thing we need to do is kind of change some of these blocks out to give it a more desired look. But otherwise, this area is just turning out great, and you probably just... Is it nighttime yet? Every time, I'm always just like a minute early. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Oh, there we go. Okay, so as you see, we have a big portal here. I was going to make another portal and kind of copy what we did for the community area, but I pretty much did that, and you know what? I was not a fan of it. I was like, this copies what we did last time, and it's just not being creative, Feb, so we're going to try something else. So the next thing that came up to my mind is I was watching sci-fi the other day, and what came on? Stargate. And what a perfect place for Stargate to happen, right? So we're going to do something similar to Stargate. I mean, I think we're going to use probably white concrete and maybe some cyan. Probably use those two blocks for the Stargate ring, but I think that might look pretty goddamn good. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We're going to tear this thing down. I'm going to try to play with some shapes, see how it looks, and then from there, maybe figure it out. And once this is how we like it, we're going to destroy that portal, and then we're going to go ahead and put one up in Yami's Lookout. So you guys will be able to see some of the progress that has been done in Yami's Lookout. I've been trying to keep most of it a secret, so you'll see a little bit, but not a whole lot. And then from there, we'll, well, I guess not a whole lot's been done. Some stuff's been done, but not as much as I would like, so we'll be going over there to check that out, and then probably make another portal, just future proofing down at the end of our claim, and then that way we can have a good idea of how big our hub needs to be. So I'm going to go ahead, crack on this, and then hopefully we'll get something done today. Okay, so this is the design I think we're going to go with. There was a tree here that I had to remove because it was kind of in the way. I originally made this out of nether or obsidian, and I forgot that you can't make that structure with obsidian. It has to be like a rectangle. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna have this as like the outside layer. We're gonna maybe throw in like white behind it, kind of like that, like in a square shape, or maybe a little bit of a bigger circle, and then we'll have the nether portal, and then we might just complete that, or we'll have like a rectangle, another portal, and then I think we'll just repeat it on the other side so it goes straight through. I think that will work, and I mean, we'll have to try to put this together for the most part and see how it looks, and then we'll have a good idea if this is going to be a design we're going to want to go with or not, but we're going to go ahead and give it a shot, and then from there we will decide. So I guess I'll be back in another update here in a sec. Alright guys, there she is. There's the design we ended up going for, and I think it's looking pretty good. It's a copy on both sides, so it's obviously going to look the same, and it's pretty big. It kind of sticks out, and of course it starts to rain. I need to get rid of that sea lantern right there, but overall I think it's looking really good. I'm like really happy with the design. I think it's awesome. I think I might have wanted it or would have liked it if it was a little bit smaller, but overall I think it looks good. Like, from a distance it really sticks out, which is kind of cool. It like makes it just like bam, something worth seeing. It's definitely a sight piece, I guess you could say, and I was trying to get up top of there, but I guess not. But I'm really liking the way it looks. It's yeah, it's just awesome. I dig it. I'm really happy with it. I'll go ahead and show you guys what we got going on inside the nether portal. So we start to do the mini hub for our portals. I still need to place a couple more. I need to go throughout our claim and place a couple more portals so I kind of know where everything is. That's going to be for the Yami's Lookout, and I'm assuming we'll have like one or two more like over there somewhere. So we'll have like a big room. I'm not quite sure. I think I might leave this lava piece because I think it just looks awesome. So we might like leave this little lava piece and like have a thing going around it, like spiral, like a spiraling thing around it might be kind of cool. So I think we might try to do that, give it some sort of like an organic look. And I don't have any food. Well, bloody hell. So we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna continue working on this. I need to go gather some obsidian, and then we need to start building this way, this walkway. I think we're gonna go with the spiral thing. I'm digging the spiral thing, so maybe we can make it look like really organic, like a spiral coming here, and then maybe a spiral that comes over here and then goes back up there. That might be kind of cool. Like imagine like the dragon, like what's his name? Oh man, it's escaping me. It's escaping me. The dragon from Dragon Ball Z. Shenron. Imagine like Shenron, like if we made it like a Shenron design. I think that'd be really cool. So I think we're gonna go for that. It'd be even cooler if I could make this a dragon head. I don't know if we'll be able to do that, but that would be pretty badass. Now I think about it, you come in and like it's all glass, and we just see like a dragon head. That would be pretty cool. Yeah, so I might be getting ahead of myself, but I think we might have to give it a shot. So I'm going to go ahead, gather some more resources, build up a couple more portals, and then from there we'll continue on. Okay, so we're in our my creative world. I was going to say our creative world. Just trying to plan out the tunnel design. Here's one tunnel design that I have. It's pretty basic for the most part. So this would be the way to the main tunnels. So this is what it would look like, and then on the opposite side it'd be like this, and then I think we'll put like some trees like okay in some couple spots and just continue the wall design all the way around. That should hold it off pretty well. That's option number one. I've been trying to debate on which one I wanted to go with, and here's number two for the tunnel design. We kind of make it like, well, first off, this is the wrong color, but it's supposed to be light blue. But make it look like our island. So you'd come in, there'd be trees and stuff, so it makes it look like you're on the way to the actual island, and then you teleport kind of to blend it all together. And then it would have the big dragon up there in the corner, or at least the dragon skull with the paws going through and stuff like that. I'm gonna have to do that in creative here to practice on how to make that dragon, but we're gonna do it. I think we're gonna give it a shot and try to do this. So I'm having troubles deciding which one I like. This one's simpler, easier, takes up less resources. This one, I guess it's probably about the same amount of resources, to be honest. I don't know. It's tough to say. It could go either way. I don't know. I think we're gonna go with that one, because this one's just a little too plain, too boxy. I think this one at least has more depth to it. So on and so forth. I might change the roof a little bit. Well, because, I mean, what other options do we have? We go flat across all the way? I don't know how I feel about that. I mean, we could add that in there. So it'd be like that every couple of those, and then it'd open back up. We might do something like that. Maybe change a different type of block here. I mean, I don't know how I feel about that as the block. That's doable. That's definitely an option. Still need to find a where to light this thing to. I don't know where we would light it. Yeah, I have no idea. Well, I'll play around with it a little bit more. I think we might actually do it like that. I kind of like that, the loop there. Yeah, I think we'll probably keep that. So I'm going to go ahead, jump into the survival world, and recreate this, and then show you when this tunnelway is done, and then we'll probably start moving on to the next section. Right, so the tunnel is done here. As you can see, we went ahead and made the tunnel. I think it looks pretty good. Yeah, so as you see, we went with the design that I was talking about. And then, well, let me eat quick here. There we go. And then we went ahead, cleaned up some of these blocks, so it just kind of sticks out a little bit, so it's easier to see. We'll probably put a sign saying Fab's Base this way so everybody knows. But I think overall it's a pretty good design, looks pretty good. I don't know if it's like even between all these. I just kind of went with like the light levels. When the light level got kind of low, that's when I went ahead and put another pillar. So next thing is we got to go ahead, fill these in, make a border around that, get a wall here, and we're going to probably put glass What's from Dickhead? I mean, Feb? For Dickhead, I mean Fab Weiser. Oh, nice. Ha, thanks. With a random wooden pickaxe. That's odd. But anyway, this must be just recently. Interesting. So we're going to go ahead and do that, and then we'll have like a little border going around here with glass. And then, because we're going to have Shenron kind of pop up out of here, and then like kind of hang over the edge here a little bit. And then, yeah, I think that would be it. And then we got to do that. We got to do the whole entryway to the other tunnels because we have a couple more portals. I think they're like right above there around. So we got to go to those next or after all this is done. So I'm going to go ahead, start building this room up, and then we'll go ahead and check that out. Okay, so after playing around with building Shenron for a while, I finally got it. So the wall is going to be, we have the wall set up so it's about 5 blocks high, so it's about there. And this is pretty much what I've came up with for how Shenron's going to look for the nether portal. Obviously, I only did one side. I didn't feel like doing the complete other side just because, you know, just for time's sake, and I just wanted to get an idea of how this build was going to go. So this is pretty much how it's going to look. I think we're going to go all the way down. The only thing I need to think about is if I'm going to put a barrier around this, like on the outside wall, just to prevent anything from coming in and, you know, damaging this, like a gas blast or something, because that would be really rough to have a gas, like, destroy some of this. So we're going to have to come and think about that, but I'm really liking the look of this at least. So it looks like we're going to need a lot of green concrete. Good thing we have that cactus farm, so we have a lot of green. We're going to need some yellow, which I think we only have a stack right now, so we're going to need a lot more of that. We're going to need some red as well as some blue, or even just lapis might work good too. But overall, I think it looks pretty good. From the side, it looks, you kind of lose a little bit of texture. You kind of have to see it from an angle and all that. But so you're going to come into the portal probably right about here, and it's just going to be a big drag, and you're like, whoa! You know, and then same with coming in from this. Even though this might be a little bit farther back, but it's going to be like that, and then you're just going to see the big dragon, which is going to be pretty cool, and then, you know, you could walk around and look at it. So we're going to go ahead, we're going to need to gather some materials, so we're going to go ahead and gather some materials for this, and then try to recreate this. Wish me good luck, guys. Alright, so this is where we're going to be putting Shenron. Shenron's going to be coming up right over here, then he's going to be hanging over. Actually, I don't know, I feel like we might need to push this back some, so that way he's just more visible. I think we might have to push this back to about here. I think we might push him back about there, just because then it'll be more seeable when you come in, because then, you know, you see the claw hand, because otherwise it's just going to be too tight in here. It's just going to be like, you'd have to be like right here to get a okay look at him. So we're going to go ahead and push this wall back. We need to gather some materials, so let's go ahead and gather all the materials we need. We need a ton of green, a ton of blue. What is this? Feb? Those shulker boxes? From your cat friend. I think this is from Folgers. Now, after I've done all this, I just thought how to get mod. No reason to do this, whatever, but whatever. And speak of the devil, he's right there. Howdy there, Feb. Your friendly neighborhood cat here. Not your cat that breaks stuff. I felt bad looking at my shulker boxes and thinking that you have about none. Due to the fact that I spend most of the day playing, I have been able to do a lot of the end. A city rating, but there are some people on here that just cannot spend as much time on the server as I do, one of them being you. Everything you see before you is yours. I hope you enjoy your new toys. You may have projects... on your projects may have a rocking day. Show this in your video. Aw, thanks, man. I appreciate that. That's awesome, man. Come here, give me a hug. Come here, give me a hug. Give me a hug! Aww. What's this? What the fuck? This is all from you? There's another book. Gift from Wiser. The fuck? You guys give me 2 different gifts? Hello, Feb. Your friendly neighborhood wiser. I know you have been complaining that you don't have any shulkers and you want some. I also want to one-up vultures, but here's some shulkers. I hope you enjoy, but also, I would like you to put this in the video so I can see your reaction. You fucking guys. Dude, you guys are awesome, man. That's awesome, guys. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. I think I might leave those shulker boxes up there for a while, just because it says Feb and it's green. It's just awesome. I love it for now. I think we're gonna keep it. Thank you once again, and thank you, Wiser too, man. That's fucking. You guys are incredible, man. You guys are awesome. That's hell of a gift. I know I don't have a lot of time to spend on here as much as you guys do, and I do appreciate that. Okay, so anyways, we gotta grab some materials, so we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna see how much we got for... Actually, let's go ahead and grab some of these shulker boxes, go ahead, start putting them to use, and go ahead and name them as well, so on and so forth. So, but anyways, so as I was talking about earlier, actually I don't think I talked about it at all, I think I was just thinking it, but so I had a friend move in for a while, a good friend of mine. He lived with me back at when I lived in a... What the fuck is this? When I lived in an apartment, I had an apartment with a wifey, and he lived with us. He's rented out the spare bedroom. And, well, first off, we need to put this here. So him and his ex, you could say, separated, and so... So then he needed somewhere to stay, and since like he's one of my best friends, obviously I let him move in with us, and so he lived with us, or as you guys know, he's been living, or he was living with us for about, I don't know, like a month. I'd say it was about a month, and my garage was just full of shit, like so full of stuff that I couldn't even like get anything in the garage. The only thing I could get out was the R1, and that was it. So that was pretty rough. But on the bright side is he finally moved out, and he finally moved all of his stuff out of here. So that's really nice because now I can actually do stuff in my garage again, and you know, work on the bikes and pretty much get everything done that I need to get done, which is awesome. But yeah, so anyways, that's a little update on going on there. Man, there's so much. Everybody's talking to me. There's so much to read, so much going on. I'm trying to get this stuff done. I mean, I appreciate the love. Don't get me wrong. I really do appreciate the love. It's just a little complicated sometimes dealing with all the talking and so on and so forth. And these chests are just an absolutely mess right now. Like, I really need to like reorganize these because it is so hard to distinguish what goes where. I mean, I have my concretes pretty much down, but anything but that is a little rough. We might need to rename some of these. It's sleep time. So yeah, so now I can actually clean the garage, which I need to do. I need to reorganize the garage pretty massively because it's just kind of a mess. Lime green. No, do we want lime green? No, we want regular green. Probably help if I think I need these. I think that's why it's not working. Whoa, that is a lot of green. That was more green than I was thinking. Alright, let's throw some of these in here. I think we're going to need about a shulker box full. We might need to go mining for some. Well, I'm going to go ahead and get all these, so, like, get all the stuff that we need for this. And then from there, I think I will go ahead and come back. This is going to take a little bit of time, and I don't think you guys want to be stuck here watching me craft items for the next half hour or even maybe an hour. So I'll see you guys on the flip side. Shenron is really becoming something. It's looking amazing. I'm very happy how this is turning out. I'm very glad that I did this beforehand, at least practiced, because I was able to make him look a lot better, I think. So you come in, and obviously you're going to see him, just a big dragon peeking its head out, which is pretty badass, I think. And you kind of see him from everywhere, for the most part. So like once you come in from the base, it's just bam right there. Over here, you'll be seeing him as well. You get a good view from him everywhere. and even like when you're traveling through and stuff through the Nether, you'll be able to see him as well. So what we need to do now is we need to start working on the back part, and then we need to get the spikes up and the top of the head. I don't think I need to go really any farther than he is now, because I think the way we're gonna do it is we're gonna have another rack come up like around him, so it looks like he's coming out of a hole. So we don't need to go too crazy with that, but I do need some blue, some light blue, because that's what we're gonna use for. Oh no, wait. I don't think I was going to use light blue. I think I was going to use regular blue. Do I have regular blue? I do, but I don't have any actual concrete. Alright, so we'll have to do that in a little bit. So we're going to go ahead, jump up here. We have to find our way around there. The arms last, or the arms. I still need to make one more arm, but the arm usually last. That needs some red right there. Okay, we do get red and yellow. Alright, so let's go ahead and squeeze on over here. So yeah, so people who haven't been paying attention to the Discord or haven't been around a lot, you might have missed the news that wifey accidentally crashed my bike. So it was a little heartbreaking, but it happens. The most important thing is that she's fine. So that's good. Bikes can always be replaced. She, however, cannot. So that was a big it was, I wouldn't say disappointing. It was a little heartbreaking at first because, you know, the bike was my baby and all that. So it's kind of depressing to have that happen. But, you know, life happens and you just move on. So hopefully, well, actually, hold on a sec. Is that right? Okay, yep, that is right. Making sure I do this right. That's been one big pain in the ass in building this, is like keeping it like 100% level or having it all fit how it's supposed to. So that's always been kind of a pain in the ass. But anyway, so yeah, so that happened. It was quite a shocker. She went riding with a couple friends on a group ride, and mutual friends, I should say, for the most part. And yeah, she hit some gravel. Thinking she low-sided. I wasn't really there, so it's kind of hard for me to give my personal opinion on what happened, but that's what it kind of sounds like happened. And the bike fell over. Well, she slid, and the bike's pretty damaged. I mean, the bike's drivable, the bike moves, the bike works, but their insurance is probably going to total it, which is fine because that means we'll get money out of it, and hopefully with that money figure something to do with it. So that's pretty much what's going on there. That's the crazy, shocking news, I guess you could say. I think it's just like that. Yep. So yeah, so right now we're working on the head, trying to get the head just right. And this is probably the hardest part, because I figure maybe for right now, maybe we'll do some dirt to figure out where the horns would be. So that way I know where the blue would go. So I'm thinking it'd be like that. And then it'd be, I think, one higher than that. Okay. And maybe we'll go back 3 to go like that, because this is where the back starts coming through. Alright, so now gotta find a way around here. Getting through all of this is kind of hard. It's a little difficult. Let's see here. I mean, obviously we'll make some adjustments after we see how it actually looks when it's all said and done. Just final details on like making it look alive or real, I guess you could say. Because the biggest thing that I've been coming across is just making sure it has depth. Depth. Jesus, Feb, has been the most important thing with this so far, is just making sure there's enough blocks to make it look like it's like alive, textured, because it's hard to make it look textured with all these, like using all the same blocks. That has been definitely a struggle, but I feel like we're definitely getting there, which is good. So maybe we run around the other side and take a look of how it looks. I'm thinking that's a good idea. For a second there, I didn't think I had my Elytron. So you can't even see the horns, actually. Um, let's check all these angles and make sure. See if we can see the horns. Are we going to be able to see it from here? Yeah, we can see one. So you might want to make those horns a little bigger, just that way they stick out even more. Or spikes. I don't know what you would call them. Horns, spikes, something. I'm going to play around with it a little bit and see what I can come up with. I'll come back when I have something to show you guys or when it's all done. And then we'll start building up the area around it. I want to have like lava going around it and stuff, and we might actually change these out for glass blocks just so you can see in there, because that might be kind of cool. So we'll come back for that, but I'll go ahead and finish the dragon up and then we will continue on. And Shenron is done, so it looks like we pretty much have everything done here. We went ahead and finished Shenron, getting the outside. We got the arms made, as you can see here. Both arms are made. We finished up the glass area, and we even put some glass down there just so when you're coming from the other side you could still see inside, and it still looks pretty good. We have lava, magma blocks, whatever, going up, so it looks like he's just like breaking out of the bed. I don't know what you would call this, the netherrack, like bedrock something. I don't know, breaking out of the ground. So I think it's looking pretty badass. I'm 100% in love with this. What am I going to normally do? I think I'm just going to leave that. I was thinking about breaking that away, just giving him more space, but I think we may just leave that. The next question is, what are we going to do with this? Are we going to cover this up, or are we going to leave an open top? If we're going to leave an open top, I mean, we gotta protect this area, right? I mean, I guess I don't come across any ghast really, but there's still that chance. So I don't know. I mean, we could build a wall a couple back farther and go straight up to the ceiling kind of thing to just give it an enclosure, but I think a ghast could still spawn in there. Maybe we'll just leave it open like this. Maybe. I think we need to get rid of this one extra top layer though, because it looks kind of odd with that. I'll have to think about it, because we can't really close it off with Shenron like this. I mean, we could put glass all around, which might work. We might do. No, I don't think we're gonna do glass, because it's just gonna make it not look as cool, I think. I don't know. I'm gonna go smelt some glass and give it a shot, and then take a look. Alright, let's see here. Now we do the reveal, and I think it looks fucking glorious. This thing looks fucking glorious. I love it. I love it how it kind of makes it look like a cage from the outside of the dragon, just like, rah, I'm going to eat you all. Except this part. He could totally fly out of here if he really wanted to. Fucking blazes. We're going to be making a fucking blaze wall. Not blaze wall. Fucking blaze farm right after this. That's, by the way, spoilers. Next episode, blaze farm. That's what's going on. But anyways, this is what we got so far. I am glad I went, instead of doing the ceiling, just a straight ceiling, we went with like a perimeter of glass. Kind of makes it look like a fence. And it looks badass, I think. I think it looks awesome. We went ahead, created the wall for back here. That way it kind of just looks more natural. We got the whole, you know, he's coming out of the... I want to say crater, but it's not really a crater. I guess it's more of a... I don't know. It's something. It's, I guess, netherrack end thing. We also got a... We're going to cover that up. I'll be doing that during a live stream. I'm just going to finish this up during a live stream. Finish that up during a live stream. That should be about all that I need to finish up, I think. I think the dragon is done. I might put some torches inside of him, and actually might light up some netherrack around with flint and steel, just to, you know, make fire. We'll make it look like he's surrounded by fire a little bit. Actually, it might be a good idea to do that inside there as well as for the holding container. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. As always, I had a good time. Next episode, I said Blaze Farm, so we'll be working on that next time. And I'll see you guys next time. How many times can I say next time in an episode? That was like 5.